Yo, what's going on, faithfuls? And we're live on all major platforms: YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, and Facebook. All right. I know it's a happy Easter for everybody. Happy Easter to everyone. And we're just going to do a short little episode. Just want to, plug everything out there. And of course, I want to give a special shout out to my guys, my fellows. They won't be on this show because they're obligations with their families with Easter, and it's all good. But Maverick, Ron, Mike, and Drew, happy Easter, fellas, man. Happy Easter, guys. And of course, I want to plug out Ron's new show, his new podcast, That Nine of Life. All right, and it's great. It's great. He launched last Wednesday, and now it's going to be on Thursday. All right, on Thursday, and it should be 7 p.m. Pacific and 10 p.m. Eastern. All right, got that out of the way. Now, of course, I got to do it right. Okay, from the other side of the pond and the ocean. All right, and of course, the first man I'm bringing in, and of course, I'm talking about Nick the Kingsman. What's on, Nick?
How are you doing, mate? You all right?
Hey, I'm bringing everything in. I'm bringing everything in right.
It's all cool, man. All cool. It's been a nice Easter Sunday this side of the pond.
I got
How's yours day been?
You can hear in the background. So, and of course, the third man I'm bringing in, of course, Paul the Hope. What's up, Paul?
Evening, gents. Happy Easter. Like
Happy
Nick
Easter,
said,
gentlemen.
8:15 here in the UK. We've seen sunshine, blue skies. All is good. So thanks for having me on, Ryan. Much
No
appreciated
problem.
as always, buddy.
I got you. And of course, my fourth man from the other pond. Of course, we got Ash. What's up, Ash?
Happy Easter, everyone.
Happy Easter, Ash.
We have indeed had some nice weather in the UK, but the last hour or so in the UK, well, in Wales anyway, it's been tipping it down. At least it has been where I am. So mixed fortunes this weekend in terms of weather for us, but a great Easter nonetheless. And nice to be with you.
Our first comment comes from Drew. Hey, can't join, but somewhat watching. Happy Easter to you, my guy. Happy Easter, Drew, man. Have fun with your family, all right? Have fun with your family, all right? Don't worry about it, guys. I got this. So guys, your Easter's doing good. That's all good. And of course, we're all major platforms, all right? And of course, if you want to come and join the show, go in the link in the comments and chat section. All right, not hard to do. And please hit the like, subscribe button and turn on all notifications whenever you get a chance, please. All right. So got that out of the way. So yeah, I have a few things we can talk about. Then you guys do what you think you do. I know I had it set up here, but I got back to it now. I had to do other stuff. And of course, my first thing I'm going through right now with you guys, real quick, and bring it up, boom. Okay. Yep. One more tab. Boom, boom. I saw this. I wanted to share this on us. Treyuk. I like that. I tell you right now, them guys, their chemistry is building. And even Mike said it, and Mav, Ron, and Drew. They all said their chemistry is going to build big this year. Expect a big season for my youth. I expect it. So, what do you guys think?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, the guys are there. They've obviously known each other for a year now, so they're clearly friendly, which is always a bonus. You don't need them to be friends, but you want them to be. Ayuk needs this, I think, probably more than anyone. But then he's had other guys out there as well. Jennings hasn't exactly been a stranger down there. He spent a lot of time with them. It can only benefit the team. Build it up.
Yeah, jumping in what Nick said there, Ryan, as 49ers fans, of course, you're delighted to see your offense working in the off-season, the more reps that can get together, the chemistry. I'm chuckling because I know our good friends, Ron, Money Mav, Drew, Magic Mike couldn't join us tonight with it being Easter, and you weren't sure whether to go ahead with the show tonight. And me and Nick said straight away, we need the reps, we need to build the chemistry, and this is a new channel that we're all keen to grow together. And I know me and Nick have been voice messaging you, we've been sending you the messages of our ideas for the show. So you see something like that and you relate to when you see Trey Lance, who's the future, and Ayuk, who a lot of us 49er fans expected a big season last season. And obviously he started in the doghouse for whatever reason. So whether he's decided this off-season, Kyle Shanahan, you're not putting me in the doghouse. And yeah, it's great to see, buddy. So delighted to see that. Looking forward to hearing what the Patriots fan amongst us makes of Trey Lance and Ayuk's connection, given his bet with Money Mav.
Well, to me, what do you expect me to say? This is absolute smoke and mirrors. Absolutely nothing to read into here. Mac Jones is going to be lighting people up all season. Trey Lance is going to be, throwing wobblers to defenders. What else can I say? But no, in all seriousness, no.
Time out.
Hang on, I'm this good. Hang on.
Hey, Paul, be easy now. Be easy, Paul. Come on, you need to be easy now.
It's the thing you want to see in reality, isn't it? This is the although little steps, it's the right first steps you want to see, the building blocks to forming that relationship between QB and receiver. This is so Trey, in my mind, taking those first steps as the leader of the team now to try and push everyone on a bit. He's he's implemented himself there. He's inserting himself there. He's being the leader. Although little, and does it really make too much of a difference? No, but it just sends a sign to everyone, and it's that 1% better you get from doing this for me. So I think it is very reassuring to see if you're a Niners fan. Not very reassuring to see if you've got a bet on having to wear a Kittle jersey at the end of the year. So I won't really dig too much into it, but it's nice. It's the building blocks that I cut in.
To be fair, Ryan, we were giving Ash a little bit of stick with the time out there, but we respect his opinion because we said on Shank Club yesterday, whenever you talk to fans from other teams, it's nice to get their perspective. And gentlemen, just before we move on, I do need to give a shout out to my niece Daisy, who is absolutely blown away that Uncle Paul is a YouTube star. My own daughter, gentlemen, keeps saying turn it off because she's bored. But equally, it is nice to know that we definitely have 2 viewers tonight, Ryan, because I've promised them that we'd give them a shout out. So before we moved on, I just thought I'd get that covered, mate. So thanks.
Happy birthday to your daughter, bud. Happy birthday. And I'm sure we have her. I don't know if you want to talk about it, but Paul's woman, give her props for what she's done for you, and now what she's have right now. So I don't know if you want to talk about it, but it's up to you. But I'm definitely got her thoughts and my prayers there for her. Okay.
Yeah. So as Ryan's mentioned, my good lady, my better half, for those of you that know me, has unfortunately come down with COVID for the second time. So for 2 years in the pandemic, we'd avoided it. We felt like we were indestructible. The whole family came down with it in January. We were all right, to be fair. Easter holidays over here, Ryan. So we broke up for school holidays last Friday. We had all these plans, and my better half has come down with COVID. She's had it worse this time, but she's all right, for want of a better word. Don't want anyone to panic. But yeah, it's been a little bit of a strange week for us and getting the kids looked after elsewhere. And hence why I give the shout out, Ryan, because I've been through to pick my daughter up. I haven't seen her for like nearly 10 days. So it's been nice to pick her up tonight. And to be fair, she's very supportive of me doing the shows. And you'd sent some nice messages, Ryan, via voice notes, which I'd played to her. So she was, it's nice for her to put a face to the name, for want of a better word. But yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem, Paul. Always here for you, bud. All of you. So yeah, okay, I got another thing. I don't want to keep on going through my messages like that, so I give you guys headaches. Especially if I'm going by each thing I have. There's another one right here. All right, there you go. Debo's proposed contract. Debo Samuel proposed contract, 5 years, $125 million, 25 annual per year, $28 million signing bonus, $22 million guaranteed fully vested, March 2024, 50 total guaranteed. Who says no? Question mark.
Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, Devo, yeah.
I think he wants more guaranteed. As a 49ers fan, you look at that contract and you think team friendly. Yeah, seems about right with that. But he wants more guaranteed. He's looking, Ryan, at Christian Kirk. He's looking at Devontae Adams. He's looking at the rest. Now, it's not my money. I don't care how much we pay him as long as he stays. But the difficulty is he's 26-year-old. We've used and abused him in the wide back position. He wants to get paid. We want it to be team friendly. At the moment, we're at a massive impasse, hence why he's scrubbing all his social media. I mean, before Nick and Ashley jump in, I just want to say at this point, Ryan, those idiots that were sending him hate via social media, absolute idiots. No, what are you playing at? If Deebo moves to another team and he can get 200 million, 300 million, whatever it is, you take your hat off and you think it's a business, fair play. But to be sending death threats to anybody and to anybody's family, this bloke has done absolute everything he can for our team. But at that contract you've put on the screen in front of me, I don't know what Nick thinks. I don't think Deebo signs that.
I'm not so sure he does either. To be honest, I think he's going to be looking at Christian Kirk specifically and saying, well, hang on, he's half the wide receiver I am, and you're offering me this. But again, these are reported numbers. We don't know if these are the real thing, and we won't know the real thing until it happens. I think we just need to be patient. Again, that whole thing with him receiving death threats and throwing racial slurs at him in his DMs. Well, what the hell's wrong with you? Seriously, whoever that person is, if you happen to be watching, turn off. We don't want you. All right, simple as that. There's something wrong with you. This isn't 1900 anymore. You can't get away with stuff like that. You should be called out. It's only because Deebo is actually a class act that you haven't been called out. Just he put it all on the line for us last year. How many wide receivers are taking snaps at running back?
Not a lot. I had that with a conversation with the fellas a couple weeks ago about that how many you see wide receivers doing sweeps and doing running back position at all 31 teams except for us.
Ryan,
and they say nope, none.
Look at what he did last year. Like Nick said, I mean, if you follow Jason Aponte and Javier Vega on Twitter, go and see what they tweeted out. They were at the Chicago game and they've tweeted out a video of, the infamous 80-yard run when he got the ball behind the line of scrimmage and he went up the field. And when I was doing the end of season review, Ryan, for the 49er Faithful UK pod, and I got my trusty little 49er book, which Ashley's probably cursing at because it's, old pen and paper 49ers. Every note, Ryan, was play by Deebo, run by Deebo, touchdown by Deebo. Tracy, my good lady that we've just talked about, she was watching the Dallas game with me and she gives me a bit of stick, Nick, for buying jerseys, merchandise. And when Deebo scored that touchdown and I was like jumping off the sofa and she was like, not many of your mates have Deebo jerseys. You don't have a Deebo jersey, do you? I was like, no, I don't, Tracy, but I'm taking that as permission to get a Deebo jersey. And, Ryan, like you said, I think I said it a couple of weeks ago. I was looking at possibly about 100 million contract, but more guarantee. And Nick said it better than what I can. At the moment, it's a guessing game. We're in April. The 49ers tend to do the business in training camp. I'm not worried. I do think we will pay him. I just think at the moment there's every time another contract comes out, and that's the nature of the beast in the NFL. But I don't think he's taken 50 guaranteed. I think he wants more guaranteed money.
Yeah, I know, Ash. You don't have nothing to do with you're a Patriot fan. But you can put something to do if you want to. It's up to you.
I'm not best pleased about that book. No, you're right, Paul. But I thought he'd probably want a bit more per year as well and a bit more guaranteed as well. I think he'll want close to over 30 per year in his contract. For me, he'll want Tyreek Hill kind of money because that's the sort of echelon of player we're talking about here. He'll want to be viewed in the same light. So I think it'd be more per year, more guaranteed. Maybe you cut the years on the contract, maybe, but he's going to want, for me, guaranteed money. That's the thing, like you said, Paul.
See, like as well, Ryan, as Ash as a Patriots fan, I'm not comparing Kendrick Bourne to Deebo Samuel, but we had Patrick McGrath has a certain, this is the value that I'll give someone. And Bourne walked, and I quite liked Kendrick Bourne, and I was quite pleased to see him be a success at the Patriots. More so, Ash, because I picked him up in a dynasty league late on, and he was getting me points. And I didn't think he would fit into your system. I didn't think he would be a Bill Belichick kind of player. He liked to dance on the field before, and a lot of people used to whinge about that. And seeing him succeed, and that's the other danger, Ryan. If we don't pay Deebo, he's going to go somewhere else in the league, and he's going to be amazing, and he's going to be epic. And to be fair, Ash, I do like your take on things as a Patriots fan. I know we give you a bit of gentle ribbon, but Nick said before you,
a lot of the time.
Nick said before you'd come on tonight that obviously you've played today and you've had a bit of a rough ride, and just thought we'd better acknowledge that maybe you're not quite as sharp with the banter tonight because you've had a bit of a kicking on the field, so to speak. Is that right, mate?
Yeah, well, yeah, it was like it's what you expect though. When you double A gap blitz a lot, or the other team does, you're gonna have to stand in there, take some hits, and unfortunately, I did that, but didn't necessarily deliver the ball in the right spaces. So, just work on it next time, isn't it? Rough day, but I'm just tired, to be honest, mate, more than anything. I'm in a good mood generally, though. Yeah, I'll try my best.
Okay, for us, 49er fan, I know Ash not a Niner fan, but this basic question goes out to Nick and Paul. I was thinking about looking at her contract, the whole thing. What would you rather do? And remember Matt brought it up too. Remember that math question we did last week? Who would you rather do, Deebo or Bosa with that
Bosa.
Contract? Thank you.
I'd keep Nick Bosa, but why not keep both? I'm a greedy man. We'll keep them both.
Yeah, because I
make some cap space, aren't you? If you do that, though.
The thing is, though, Ash, sorry, Nick. I've got a mate who's a Rams fan, and I'm in a group chat with. There's a Rams fan, there's a Patriots fan, there's a Packers fan, and every time there's a free agent, we always rib the Rams fan. You've got no money in the cap space, and he sits back, and then a couple of days later, he drops the gif in of the new signing. And yes, eventually it'll catch up. But the beauty with the NFL, Ash, is the salary cap goes up and they can move money around. Again, people get hung up on Jimmy G and Jimmy G's contract. And what did they do the day before the season started? They restructured Kittle. It wasn't a problem. And they can always find ways around it. But it's part of why we love the sport, though. We are from the UK. And you watch the Premier League and you see the likes of Chelsea, Man City, Man United can just spend whatever they want on whatever players. But the NFL, everyone has to work behind this magic salary cap. But I don't see why we can't keep both, Ashley. And I know that's very greedy of me, but I want to keep Nick Bosa and I want to keep Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, I think you can keep both. I still think you need to make room somewhere, and it would be helpful if a certain player was a bit more. Well, what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit more open with discussions, a bit more, easygoing. I guess I don't know what the word is, but I'm sure you'll sort it out. I'm sure, hopefully, you'll be able to keep both. For your sake, that'd be a hell of a team to have about. And, if you do manage to sort of Jimmy G's contract or offload him somewhere, you got 3 or 4 years of not having to pay trade and super money. And then by that time, anyway, Deebo or whoever is going to be older anyway, and the time they have to renegotiate theirs, you'll be looking at paying them a bit less, maybe potentially anyway.
Well, that's the advantage of the rookie quarterback, isn't it? It's what the Chiefs piggybacked when Mahomes came in, and like you said, on the Shank Club yesterday, we had Mr. Smug. We'll give him a shout out, the Chiefs fan. God love him. He was still bullish and brash, but he was gutted about losing Tyreek Hill. And I think John V or Dion asked him, why are you trading away Tyreek Hill? And Patrick Mahomes' contract's finally starting to bite a little bit. They had a certain money they wanted to pay him. But I think the Chiefs fan was saying yesterday that the difference was like $8 million a year. It was going to be like $32 million over his contract. And as a Chiefs fan, he was saying, I can't blame him. He was going to turn down $32 million. Yep, Tyreek's gone to a lesser quarterback, but he's already got his ring. And it's a business. They want to get paid. Mm-hmm. I'm a big advocate, Ryan, of players getting paid. Us 4 chaps, fine gentlemen, are not putting the money in. You know, we buy our jerseys, we buy our merch, but Jed York's got deep pockets. I'm not worried.
Yeah. I was telling you about that Debo pay for that money. Now, that Debo contract, do you think he deserves lower than that at all those numbers? I mean, 5 years. I'm sure he'll get 5 years. But yeah,
Lower.
Yeah,
I don't think
Lower.
it was lower.
you think the numbers will stay like that for Debo?
They might rise a little bit, but
Okay.
I don't think they go lower.
Okay, I got you. Now, does Bosa get higher than that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I think you're looking Bosa being the first.
I was going with some words. That's the reason why I said that.
Bosa could very well be that first non-quarterback 30 million average plus.
The thing with Bosa, Ryan, as well, a lot of criticism in the NFL is how will a player bounce back from injury? And Nick Bosa has bounced back from injury. Now, the group chat that I was telling you about, Ryan, the Panthers game, when they give away the bobblehead, Nick, when they wore the white, my friends were in Vegas on a stag do, and they flew across, and there was some non-NFL fans who just went for the day. And on the way home, they were texting me, 97 player. Who's 97? Oh my God, what a beast. And then he got injured, Ryan. And then he came back last year. And I mean, even Ash, as the non-49ers fans going, yeah, pay Bosa. Yeah, keep Nick Bosa. An elite edge rusher in the NFL. You don't get rid of him. Whatever he wants, he'll be going in with his agent. It'll be like Jerry Maguire, Nick. Show me the money. And it'll be like, yeah.
Like you say, he came off a mega injury and the guy still put up 15 and a half sacks. The guy gets held regularly every game, still 15 and a half sacks. How many players come back from an injury like that and put up those kind of stats? They don't.
One of my favourite memories of last season was the sack he got when he was stood pausing and the ball was live and Warner had to jump on the ball. He was like, I've done my job. I'll sack the quarterback. I'll let them get the ball. But yeah, he's awesome, Ryan.
Yeah, speaking of the Panther game, I think pretty sure that was the game too. When Bosa got his very first interception return.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Remember that one?
It was the game.
I got so excited for that interception.
It
wasn't quite fast enough, was he, to take it all the way?
Uh-huh.
He ran out of gas. It was a sunny day in California. The sky was blue. We had the white alternates on. And it was a game where McCoy, at the start of the game, had given it all. We want all the smoke. We want all the smoke. The rumours were the Niners were, I think we were 6-0 or 7-0 at the time, and everyone thought we were a false team. And even Jimmy was able to throw the ball back then, Nick. It was great times. It was
something else, wasn't it? Tevin Coleman put up 4 or 5 touchdowns. I mean, we walked it. They were talking about it being a bit of a potential slip game, and we absolutely, spanked them.
My only gripe of the game, Ryan, was the lads on the stag do had all promised me to bring me the bobblehead back. Not one of them managed to keep one in one piece and had to go on eBay. And I won't say how much I paid because Tracy may be listening, but it was worth every penny to go in my little collection. I'm sorry, Ash. I know we're talking merch. I know it's not your thing, but
that's fine. I was actually thinking, you've been talking about jerseys and stuff. It's kind of time for me to buy a new jersey because I haven't bought one in a few years now. I usually buy jerseys of non-Pats players a lot of the time as well, although I am looking probably to get a Mac Jones one. But other than that, any suggestions, boys? What are we thinking?
Kittle, Iowa, 46.
Yeah, then that's happening. I don't want that. Well, I can't swear.
I apologise.
I think you look good in that.
To be fair, Ash, I need to apologise because I saw Nick's tweet and I genuinely believed you were a fan of that college team. And then you must have been at work and about 8 hours later it popped up on my phone and you were like, it's ruined it. It's ruined my day. And I was like,
No, these bad boys. No, they're my team. Not the bloody Hawkeyes.
Kendrick Bourne, 84 Patriots. Kendrick Bourne 84 jersey might be a good shout. You could wear that on the show. Touch to the Niners.
If I'm going to get a Patriots jersey, it'll be a Mac Jones one.
Yeah,
I have to be honest, it'll be Mac Jones. But I am considering, part of me would like to get a Joe Burrow jersey because I love me some Joe Burrow, and I myself wear number 9 for a bunch of teams. Nick knows how much I love Joe Burrow. I was all in on the hype when he came out of college.
So it's going to have to be an LSU one then for you, then, is it?
No, I'd potentially buy Bengals one. I think the Bengals would be kind of clean.
To be fair, Ash, on the Shank Club yesterday, Carl, the co-host, did a big sports section about the NBA. Now, I'm sat here sporting Golden State Warriors jersey. I'm a fair weather NBA fan. I've had multiple teams' jerseys over the years, and I just like certain players in the NBA. So I can relate to you saying that because I have a mate who is a fan of the NFL, and he has every different team merch. So some hardened NFL fans would be frustrated, but he just likes certain players and he likes certain teams' merch. So I definitely think you need to rep a jersey on the show at some point. And I know Nick's nodding along because we like our merch in the UK, Ryan. So
I'm kind of talking myself into buying that Mac Jones one now, I can't lie. Interestingly, I went on the store just now to have a look and buy jerseys. Do you know what the top trending jerseys are so far at the moment, or trending names in terms of jerseys? There's 5.
Brady's usually up there.
Kettle.
Let me go back to the page check. It wasn't anyone you'd think, really. It was kind of a really weird. It's taking me to the Niners store now. I don't want to buy Niners stuff. God,
he's a real Niners fan, everyone. He is a Niners fan.
The 5 trending players, supposedly, according to if I hover over the jerseys tab, are Baker Mayfield, George Kittle, Jimmy G, Lamar Jackson, and Saquon.
Really?
It's a weird assortment of players, that is.
Yeah.
It's like just hovering over the jerseys tab. Well, it's in NFL Europe still, by the way. Like, that's a weird. Like, why would someone want to buy a Baker Mayfield jersey at the moment?
Or a Jimmy one for that either, in fairness.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. It's a weird one.
Okay.
All I'm saying is there's a lot of money out of both those players. A lot of money coming out of us just to pay them guys.
They're probably on sale.
That's probably why, actually, yeah.
I got a Jimmy jersey at Christmas off the girls because Tracy said it was literally less than half price. And with lockdown, Ash, I'm not as slender as what you are. I'd put a little bit of weight on. So my medium Vapor Limited jersey was a little bit on the snug side. So when I got a new large jersey at Christmas, thought it was all right. But yeah, they are random. I mean, the Baker Mayfield, he actually has quite a lot of love in the UK. And I think he's just done a couple of podcasts, hasn't he? And if you can get a jersey cheap and you're not bothered with the players, happy days. That's what some of my friends do. I mean, my friend who's a Bills.
Jersey,
I was just going to say, you've got a Baker jersey, haven't you?
I got a Baker Mayfield jersey.
My good friend who's a Bills fan and he's considering setting up a podcast for the Bills. He's decided that's his team. He's just got a Shady McCoy jersey off eBay for 12 quid. He was absolutely buzzing. He's like, don't care, he's not there. It's a Bills jersey.
I did like watching McCoy as well. He was a cracking running back.
Yeah.
He was a lot of fun to watch.
And plus the way he's looked at it is if he reps it on the show, it looks like he's been a Bills fan for longer than what he has been, which I can get on board. You know, he's like, look, I haven't got my Josh Allen on. I've got my McCoy jersey on. What's that you've shared, Ryan, then? I can see
the captain, Fred Warner. The captain, Fred Warner. Yeah, reason why I brought this up, do you think he stays the captain, Fred Warner, all-pro Fed this coming season?
Yes. Yeah, he's going to be a captain for as long as he's a Niner.
I just wanted to make sure. So bring it out there and make sure everybody knows. I think he will no matter what. I just don't know about the red and gold 24/7 crew. I don't know how they feel about it, but I believe they probably will agree with me.
He was pretty much a captain in his rookie season, Ryan. If you go back, as soon as he took the field, they were saying he was the quarterback of the defense. He was calling plays and all pro Fred. Nothing but love from this side of the pond for all pro Fred. Would you agree, Ash?
Was that Fred Warner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like me some Fred Warner.
Sorry, the picture's too small. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, it's very small.
So I can still read it. Yeah, I like me some Fred Warner. Paul. I like me a lot of Niners players, actually. God forbid I actually buy a Niners jersey now. The sacrilege.
You might not need to buy one.
Oh, well, funny you should say that. Yeah, that's true.
If I get a linebacker jersey, no matter what,
it was actually funny in terms of jerseys as well. My mother was sorting like my clothes out the other day, and she nearly threw my Tom Brady one out that I've had for years, and I lost it. I said, no! Don't you dare throw that out! She's never wear it though. I'm like, I don't care. I want that jersey forever.
I did Instagram last year, Ash. I was like, you know, you have a spring clean and you sort out, and I hung all my jerseys up in the wardrobe and I took a picture one of my mates was like, "How many jerseys do you have?" I was like, "Not enough. You can never have enough jerseys." And what Ryan was saying there, I've got a Willis and I've got a Bowman one, Ryan. When Bowman was released by the 49ers, I got the black alternate one for like 40 quid, Stitch Limited free off NFL Europe. But then I had a friend in the States and he got me one, Nick, for $22, a limited jersey. And literally because he'd been released the day before. I was like, I don't care where he goes. It's a Bowman jersey. So
nice question for this one. Nice question. Shout out to Wayne Breezy from Nitty Gritty Niners. Hey, Jimmy Ward will get 5 interceptions this year. Do you believe that? Yes or no?
It's a tough ask because our
It's
defense
like a
isn't really
prediction.
set up for interceptions as such, is it? I don't think he gets 5.
I'd like to see him get 5. Like you said, Ryan, shout out to Breezy. I know he's a fan. I know he watches. He shouted me out on Instagram the other day. Fanboy moment. Not going to lie. Screen recorded that. Sent it to my friends in the group chat who not sure what this podcasting's all about. But Jimmy Ward is a decisive figure on this side of the pond, Ryan. Najee, my co-host on the 49er Faithful UK, hates Jimmy Ward. It's not. He won't mind me saying that on the show. He hates him with a passion. And I don't know why. I think he's underrated. Like Nick said, I don't think our defense is set up for interceptions. I'd love him to get 5. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's a big ask.
Ash?
Well, based on the statistic that someone's replied to that picture on, you wouldn't believe that he would get 5 interceptions this season. But he's your sort of central piece, isn't he, in terms of his secondary or in secondary, really. But I don't know. Really, it's really hard to judge such a thing, to be honest. I mean, I really, it's hard to project interceptions a lot of the time because if you're a good player, you don't get thrown at a lot. So it's a bit of a tough one, that, to be honest. Yeah, it's a shame the Niners haven't got enough first round pick this year. Actually, talking about like the corners and safeties and all that, because it'd be if you were just outside the top 10, you might be able to snag someone like Kyle Hamilton. It would be brilliant for you, isn't it? But you're not going to get anywhere near him with the draft capital you have. But it's hard to judge. Then a bit of a cop out from me, but again, it's true. It's just such a hard thing to judge, really, I find.
He does play against the Rams twice a season, Ryan, and he always does well. And he did a lovely pick 6 against Stafford at Levi's. And
oh yeah, remember that one?
Was Jimmy Ward the one who dropped the easy interception against the Rams?
No, that was
Emmanuel Sanders. Not Emmanuel Sanders. Sorry. Mosley was it?
No, it was Jacoski Tart.
Tart. My bad. Tart.
Yeah.
These names get to me so much.
We're not allowed to speak about that on the show, Ashley. Did you not get the memo before you started? Like that? You're not allowed, buddy. You're not allowed.
It was brilliant. I shall mention it more then as a Patriots fan.
And of course, we get what's up from Mav. What's up, Mav?
Hey, Mav.
Money Mav in the house.
Happy Easter, Mav.
Yeah, me. And shout out definitely to the NBN, nothing but Niners. That is on there too. So yeah, 5 interceptions for me. All depends how good the secondary is this year. That's what it depends on. I mean, I know I definitely like Hufanga. I think he was a good pick for me. But I just hope he shines better this year. And he's good on coverage. It's just the fact when he closes down in his coverage, he has to work on that. That's the only thing that was wrong with him. But he does cover real good, though. His coverage is good. So, and Mav, happy Easter, fellas. Happy Easter, Mav. And to all of you, Red and Gold 24/7 crew. So, yeah, for me, I hope he does get it. 5, maybe 3. I mean, that's all you can ask for, That's all you can ask for. So
you got to remember at this stage of the season, Ryan, 32 teams in the NFL, all dreaming, all think they're going to win the Lombardi. I mean, we've even got Ash over here making daft bets for anyone who's not aware of it. That his Patriots are going to be better. And I wouldn't have mentioned it, Ash, but you had to go down the route of mentioning that drop. And, we need to kind of gang up on you every now and again.
As a non-Niners fan, it was really funny.
Yeah.
That's
You're
not the
talking-
word me and Nick would have used.
I'm in
Yeah,
hostile territory now, and I should watch my
You're
mouth.
talking your way into a Hawkeyes jersey here, Ash. I'm not going to
Okay,
lie.
yeah, do you know what? Yeah, never mentioned it. Don't know what I'm on about. Yeah.
I was about to say, Ash, you do realise that was a day that I ruptured my Achilles and I was heavily in pain. And at one point, I thought we were going to win. And then he dropped that ball and I couldn't even leap up off the sofa to berate him and scream abuse, because I think that leads us nicely into Ryan's next bit when he's been talking about some plans for the new season, about some of your ideas you've got, Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna bring it up after I did the news and shit, but we'll do it now. My plan was for everybody is that during the draft in 2 weeks, we are gonna go live on stream, but we're gonna watch the draft on each respective TVs on all of us. Like they have their own TVs, we watch them off that, and we'll stream the show on here, and we'll watch it and get our reactions, when each player gets drafted and all that. The games are probably a different hand because I gotta go buy each time of each game. So basically, we're doing the same thing with the games too. So basically, just watch the games on our own respective TVs and just stream on here, get our reactions as we go. I know a lot of people will say, "Oh man, I'll be so excited." That's right, and I know Paul. Yeah, Paul's one of them. So basically, just watch them live on our respective TVs, But I want to do it. I really do. It'll be fun. I think it'll be really fun. We can give our own comments, about what plays are going to play, and when it plays out, get a touchdown, field goal. We always push our opinions about it. That's all. So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but that's the way I feel right now. So that's so far it's the future, and it will probably start at draft week next week. Thursday, I know that the draft starts on Thursday, Saturday and Sunday. I'm sorry. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I forgot what days it were. Sorry. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yes.
Well, we
don't have
a pick in the first round, do we, Ryan?
No, not in the first round, no.
I don't think the Thursday night one would be well, but that's why I led you down that path a little bit earlier when I was mentioning about Ash and the reaction show. Like me and Nick will probably say, watching the Niners is like an emotional roller coaster, and there's been times where the choice of language at certain players, like Ash mentioned, may have to press the mute button, but I knew you'd talked to me and Nick about it, and I think me and Nick are in agreement that it's going to be a good idea. Like you said, you're not going to have the game on here. You're going to be watching the game at home.
Yes, that's the basic idea. Yep.
And then obviously we'll watch along. And
we I'm gonna have everything set up for myself. That way I'm good, because I'll have the stream for the show towards me, and I'll have my stream for me watching my game on a big screen TV I have on my computer. So basically, I'm about to do both computers at the same time. So, and of course, one of our men for the Red and Gold 24/7 podcast. What's going on, Money Mav?
Hey.
I just could not help myself, fellas. I had to get on here and say happy.
It's all good, bro. You didn't have to, but it's all good. It's all good.
I mean, look, as you can see behind me, I got family and all that stuff. So we out here just chilling.
I appreciate you jumping on, mate. Obviously,
Appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate it, bro.
It's later over here, so we've had our family time, for want of a better word. And Ash has had a bit of a beating on Easter Sunday, bless him, but appreciate you jumping on, man.
And we clarify who I had a beat off. You said we've been with my family, and you just said about a beat then, so that's promise. That's my fault. That's a good. Let's just say I saw a lot of double E blitz and lots of heavy fronts today in the game. And I took a bit of a pounding. My head is throbbing. So,
hold on, let me walk away from this little music back real quick.
What was that?
We actually at a park right now.
I know it looks beautiful. I wish I was in Florida. I can't lie, Mav. Making me jealous again.
Oh, they got the water way back there.
Is the water down there? Is that the sea down there? Something.
Yeah, that's the sea. Actually, we can go there.
I must admit, Mav, I'm kind of surprised to see you wearing a Bulls jersey and not a Magic jersey, man.
Well, you know what? It's crazy. It's a Jordan jersey. I mean, I'm a legend kind of guy for one and foremost, and I've been looking for. You know what? It was either get a Penny Hardaway or a 49ers jersey, and I stuck to my gun. I went with the Niners jersey. So I guess I have to get the Penny Hardaway later.
Well, I know Mavin Drew knows I'm a Bulls fan all the way, so I'm a Bulls fan. So
yeah, and plus this was a gift. Plus this was a gift from my kid anyway. So
very cool, man.
I had to remember who I got it from.
It's all good. Yeah, I was explaining to the faithful about the idea about streaming the draft and games this season. So I was explaining to him how I was going to do it.
As you can see,
so,
they got the pool out here
Whew, looks
and
nice.
the water.
That looks nice.
Oh, it is not warm enough for pools in the UK.
It didn't stop some people yesterday.
That was nice.
That was on the beach.
It does.
Yeah, so we needed to clarify, Mav, that Ash has had a game today. He hasn't been beaten up by his family. Apologies if that was lost in translation.
The timing, honestly, the comedic effect was brilliant. The timing was. Oh, we'll be my family. So, by the way, Ash has had a beating.
Yeah. I'd like to say it was deliberate, Ash, but anyone who knows me knows I'm not that funny. But thanks, mate. I'll take that.
Although my father did say to me today, right? I threw an interception today and rolled out. I threw it up to a guy thinking he'd beat his guy. I just totally didn't see a corner fall off onto him. And as soon as I threw it, I went, oh no. And he got picked right in the end zone. We were on like the 10-yard line. I spoke to my dad after, and he goes, why did you throw that, you idiot? And I was like, thanks, Dad. And I was like, oh, I didn't see the corner, did I?
I'd like to say he was texting me, Ash, but it's not. No, I didn't mean that you'd been beaten up by your family. Apologies for anyone watching, yeah.
Not a problem there, Paul.
And Mav's had to come on and flash off his guns and that lovely background. He heard us say, gents, that we've had some sun in the UK. And he was like, sun in the UK? I'm going to show these fellas.
Well, I mean, you know, I was watching the USFL game out here, and I kept getting bit up by these little bugs. And so I was like, you know what? Let me check you guys out real quick. Let me see if it's on. Let me see if he went live.
What is yours?
Hold on 1 second. It's in there. I'm sure I'm live on YouTube.
Well, put this in your car and bring my chair.
Yeah, see, she was gone. She went out and got some drinks or whatever. But yeah, so I was like, man, you know, let me check out these fellas real quick and see what they talking about. And I heard you guys saying something about who was that? Jimmy Ward with the picks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll put it back up for you. Hold on 1 second.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to. All I know is I'm sticking with the number 7. I'm going with 7 picks.
Okay. Ooh. That's a nice number. I like that number.
Speaking of what Mav's been watching today, did anybody watch the USFL or seen any of it?
There you go, Mav.
No.
Last night looked good. Last night looked all right. Today looked dreadful. I'm not sure if they even opened the stadium because there was so little people there. And I'm not just saying that. There must have been about 100 people there.
That game was still going on. It's like 17-12 right now. They mounted a comeback.
Really?
Yeah.
The only bit
it should be like 4 minutes left. Well, I mean, last I seen it, who was that? Michigan? They had the ball. They was driving, and they were supposed to. Yeah, they were driving, and I thought they scored. I'm not sure, but last time I saw it was 17-12.
Who's in a quarterback for them? Because they bench Shea Patterson, then they put Paxton straight to a corner.
Listen, they just need to go ahead and keep Patterson throughout the whole season. Like, so serious. He looked way better in the second half than Paxton.
I just thought it'd be funny, you know, he's a skilled player. We can both hate. We can hate on him. That's fine. In a nice way. Pretty nice person, but you know, it's somewhere we mutually can go. I don't like that team, so ex-York, you know.
Which one?
To be fair, Mav, we thought you've tuned in because Ashley was talking about a jersey that he wanted to buy or what jersey you should buy. So have you got any recommendations for him, Mav? Because he's wanting to spend some money.
You talking about Niners jersey?
Of course. His agent approved.
Well,
Any
I mean,
jersey.
he's a quarterback, so he has to get a Trey Lance jersey. It's only right.
I like it.
I have to get a Trey Lance jersey, do I? That could be worse. Yeah, I rate that.
It's only right, you know. So I mean, why not?
I'm having my way.
Yeah, could be. It's an option, isn't it? It's even a smile I got off. Trey Lance jersey. By the way, I must say, you probably won't every rookie QB jersey I buy turns out to be a bit of a bust.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I've only bought like a few, but I've bought a Mariota one and I've bought a Mayfield one, and they haven't exactly worked out brilliantly, have they?
In that case, I'm not sure I want you in red and gold.
Oh no, yeah, go on, I want to kill him. Yeah, go on.
Do you not fancy a Stafford jersey or Kyler Murray?
Yeah, I wanted to show this.
I mean,
Murray at one point, but I didn't buy one for
I think
that
they said.
reason.
I think they said the 4 o'clock game. I think they said that USFL 4 o'clock game is going to be more crowded.
Okay.
I've seen this.
There was bad weather there, in fairness.
I'm actually waiting for that Denver game to see how that's going to come out.
Hey, by the way, as Trey Lance is back, his new tattoos he got.
He's
He's
had way too much stick for this.
Yeah.
He's copped a lot of stick for this on. I'm like, leave the man be. You know, it's his body.
I wonder how Colin Coward feels about that, since he's going to be his father-in-law one day. I don't know if that's still going on, but it was pretty funny when it was. I don't think the rest of you know about that story, but it's funny.
I mean, he can always get it removed, though. He's got the money for it.
True. I guess he can get it. If he wants to get it removed, he could get it done in a way that would make him. It'd be good, but it'd be good as well. You know what I mean? It wouldn't look scarred. You know what I mean? They do a good job of removing this one, and he's got the money to do that.
Looks very nice though. Looks very nice though.
I haven't got a problem with it. He wants to spend his money on that. Not a problem, like Nick said. I don't
They're
understand why the guy
lifting
get hit.
this thing up the wrong way and stuff.
Speaking of tattoos, have any of us got Niners tattoos?
No, I haven't got any.
I've got my Welsh feathers, but that's about it.
My mother said, absolutely no chance. I'm not allowed to get one.
Is it with your job? Want your job?
No. Like, my mother just hates them. So, no chance. Not that I've ever wanted one, to be honest, either. Nothing like we wanted.
Yeah, I wanted to show you guys this quick video, real quick, and probably the last thing I'm going to share. Real quick there.
Oh, Trey Sermon, yeah.
Yeah, you saw that one?
It's nice to see him out there, man. He needs a big season, or he could find himself being like.
Why is everybody so high on Trey Sermon?
He did at Ohio State. I like him at Ohio State.
I'm not that high on him, I must be honest.
Yeah, I just saw it. Just want to share it.
I'm just glad he's out.
Yeah, I'm not sold on him.
He's got a lot of work to do this year.
Yeah, he does. He does.
I think, Mav, because we traded up for him, and he came in with high expectations, and one of the co-hosts on 49 for the UK, Maggie, he's a running back himself, and he absolutely sang Sermon's praises to high heaven. But like Nick said, it's good to see him out, man. I mean, we were talking about Ayuk and Trey Lance before, Mav. Anything you can see where your players are getting better, it's not going to be a negative from the fan base. Not for me, anyway.
Now,
but honestly, like for me, he's no more than an RB3.
You can't really judge.
I don't
what he does by practice. That's why it's any practice. They don't show you not unless you're on the field with the real contenders and see what you can do. So basically,
But I mean,
yeah, I'm sorry, man.
no, you good. But I'm just saying, like Trey Sermon, though, it's not just practice. I've seen his game, and I just don't like the way he runs.
Didn't end well for me, that one, didn't.
Yeah, you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Trent Richardson. Yeah.
To be fair, Ash, for some reason, I didn't see the video that you and Ron had been having banter with. Did you flag football highlights from a couple of weeks ago?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for the props on that, mate. I appreciated that.
And to be honest, like the team I've joined is still keeping in touch with me and stuff. And I showed that footage off in the group chatting with them, and they were buzzing. And obviously, I was bigging you and Nick up. So now I've got two big hitters who play for a flag football team down there. And seeing that footage, man, I know we've given you a bit of stick for the Patriots stuff. But I just wanted to say that I've seen that the other day, and I had to comment on it because it was awesome. And I'm sure, Nick, you were in that footage. I'm sure I seen you doing some
only briefly.
And
Only briefly.
He's still living, Ash. Nick's still living on the footage of his touchdown from last year when he showed wheels down that touch line. You've got to live off that one, Nick, man. That was awesome.
Nick's an expert. Once you get him on the perimeter, honestly, put the ball in his hands on the perimeter. He has this almost weird ability to make, without even doing like a great deal of subtle movements of making people miss, just running in a straight line. It's true though, isn't it?
You're bigging me up far more than I deserve there, champ.
Oh, I am. I'm not. Sorry. You deserve it.
Now, I know that's all I have for you guys today. So if you guys want to touch up on that USFL, you can talk about it. Go right ahead, do your thing.
I've got some thoughts on it. If everyone has a feeling about it, to me, I think it's going to die a painful death. And Nick knows me. I'm all in on spring football. I want it to succeed. I just don't think the players in this league are particularly good quality compared to.
You ready to be live on YouTube?
I think
this is one of my kids right here.
How you doing, man?
Hey, buddy. What's up, buddy?
Hey, man.
Yeah, see, he's at the skate park right now.
I don't know if your kids can understand the Welsh accent, so just tell them hi from me.
There you go, Mav. There's one of mine. Hey.
Say that again, Ash.
Okay.
You heard him? Did you hear him? Okay.
Yeah. I'm the only one. I think I'm. Oh no, Ash doesn't have kids, but that's because he's young. But my kids are in the cabinet behind me.
Nick, that was my stepdaughter Jasmine, who's got the Kittle hoodie and the same bobble hat. So she's my success story. She's a niner.
Got to be done.
In terms of the USFL, all I was saying was I just don't think they've done a good enough job of promoting it. I don't think the teams are particularly, or the players on the teams are particularly good. Not like in the key positions like quarterback, you don't have anyone like a star, like your PJ Walker in what's he called now in the XFL. So yeah, and the fact that they're playing all the games in one place, that's not going to draw crowds if it lets Birmingham playing. Birmingham, if you want me to say it, like the Americans say it. So I
don't know. I mean, I think we should at least wait till after tonight's game to actually determine who's a bigger star in that whole league right now. Because I mean, like you said, it's not really a big name as of this moment, but last night was an exciting, fun new way to watch football, if you ask me.
Okay, that's good to know. I admittedly we haven't got access to it over here. Hard for us to watch, but like the game last night looked good. For me, it did look pretty good. I think we watched the XFL. The XFL was good quality. For me, though, it's got to have the ability to retain people's attention. I like what they've done by pushing it back later into the year, so April, so the weather's better, so people can spin up. That's good for me. It also starves people of football a little bit, so when it's on, people will go and watch it. The XFL comes on straight after the Super Bowl, and we fed up with football at that point, so the gap is pretty intense. That's a good move for me. I just wish they play across the country this year. I know they're doing it safe money, but I think it loses its sort of appeal to certain people, or the sort of novelty of it will wear off for the fans of certain teams, and you only get support for really teams like Birmingham, who are the home team really. So I wish they'd done that across the country. And to me, the killer is they just haven't got star power yet. I don't think so anyway. But like you said, Mav, for me, you got to wait until tonight's over and see if anything really pops. I hope he succeeds. Don't get me wrong. After getting my hopes up for the last two, I've kind of been stung, so I don't want to get my hopes up for this one, I guess. Although I am optimistic about the XFL when that returns. I think
the XFL will do a lot better. The XFL plus the XFL have The Rock. That can't be understated how much they have. That's star power right there. They have the deals already in place to trial all the new stuff for the NFL. I think the XFL will do quite well, and I think the XFL, when that goes live, will be the death knell for the USFL. I don't think it's
the USFL doesn't draw good players and viewers away from the XFL though, because they could in essence be each other's worst enemies because they pull viewers away and players away from each other.
What got me excited about it are the new camera angles that they have embedded into the actual game, with the drones and the cameras in the helmet, with the microphones into the shoulder pads, so you can actually hear the collision on the field. I mean, I guess as a fan, they bring you into the game as closer to the game as possible. So I mean, I can see stuff like that being embedded into the NFL later on, and plus the rules are very, very interesting. I don't really quite know them all the way just yet, but I mean, as far as what I've been watching, I mean, it's regular NFL rules as far as I can see, but there are certain aspects of like the kickoff and such that has changed.
Yeah,
it's very interesting.
Brilliant. I like certain things they've done with the rules. Don't get me wrong. I like the sort of getting rid of the onside kick and replacing it with going for it on 4th and 12 for your own 33. For me, there's a lot more skill involved with that than just kicking an onside kick, because to me, onside kicks are just messy and hot left all the time. So I feel like that's a good move. I like the camera angles as well. I don't so much like the drone ones. I feel like someone's going to hit a drone at some point. I feel like that's destined to happen because they fly in the play as well. They're not just like at the back of the play. The drone passes the line of scrimmage at times. And it looks like someone's going to hit it with the ball one day. If that league goes on long enough, someone will hit the drone with the ball. I can see it happening now. But I like the helmet cameras particularly. I think they're really good. I love the helmet cameras. I think that's really good. For me, though, I would like a few more unique changes. I know they got the double forward pass, but that was in the XFL as well. I would like a little bit more uniqueness for me, but let's give it a chance. Like you say, I'm not optimistic because I've been stung before. I've got my hopes up, so I just don't want to get my hopes up this time. But it's more football. You can't give it more football, really. It's on. Whether it works or not, another deal. But I'm just happy it exists. Then put it that way.
Mm-hmm. Happy Easter, Melissa. Happy Easter, Nick and the fellas.
Happy Easter, Melissa.
Happy Easter, man.
Happy Easter, Melissa.
Nick, you've got your fan there, buddy. We are your fellas. Happy Easter, Melissa.
I'll be a fella, Nick. Oh yeah, I'll be a fella. That suits me.
What's going on here? Sorry, I've lost you guys. I couldn't see it. My screen went all a bit hectic for a second.
That's not good.
I hope you're well, Izzy. I hope you're having a great time with the family.
Yeah, I think it's been good, Ryan, to jump on Easter, because for us guys, it's 9:10 now, but for you guys in the States, you just enjoy your Easter. And I know you wanted to keep the channel fresh and you wanted to keep the viewers going up. And it's great to see Mav jump on, man. I must admit, when I haven't been able to do the show and I've been doing stuff for the family, I'm like, Mav, I've been watching on the phone and you can't help it. And you're sending the comments on. So it's great to see you jump on, Mav.
Appreciate it, man. I was like, man, I'm gonna take the day off from everything, and then I ended up going to do a little side gig earlier for about a quick hour, and I was like, man, you know what? I'm just sitting here, I'm getting bit up by these no-see-em, so let me check this out. Jump on real quick, say what's up.
Yeah, man.
And,
Always good to
and
see you,
then as
dude.
soon as I get off, I'm gonna get drunk, get high, and enjoy the rest of my night.
Only the way Matt would.
Hey, you got to, baby. You got to. Listen, you only got one life to live. If you don't enjoy it, then what the hell are you doing? Like, for real.
Exactly what I say about sports.
You know?
If you're not here to play for sports and be a champion, you should be in sport.
Exactly. It's like I tell people all the time, man. I'm telling you to live your life not like a dumbass, but just live it to the fullest. You don't have to be a dumbass out there doing all type of stupidity. Like, no, everything's not meant for you to try. So, you know.
You're selling that message, Mav, to a man who's on strong painkillers for a ruptured Achilles, is not allowed to drink alcohol, and has just got an 8-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 14-year-old back after a week away with their other parents and grandparents. So there'll be no one getting drunk and no one getting high in my house tonight. But I wish you a very good night, man.
Have a good one, dude.
You said it this way, maybe.
Have a good one, dude. No, I say my mood is going to be heavy dependent. I'm just doing a little bit of refreshing to see if the Giants game has ended. I think last I checked, we were 8-0 up. So
I noticed you'd swapped
Man,
the jersey.
you know what? I actually played that basketball game. No, it's like a whole 3 games tonight.
yeah, it's the second game, isn't it? The playoffs.
Yeah. I can't really
That's
check nothing right now.
That's it, man. Gold-blooded, though. We're going all the way again. Curry's going to be lifting himself another MVP.
You think so?
I know Steph Curry's back. I know.
Am I just going to end up supporting every San Francisco, Northern California based, in every other sport now? Because I'm a very, very.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if Klay Thompson steals the show.
Oh, I don't mind who steals the show, as long as it's these guys lifting at the end of it. I'll be a happy man.
To be fair to Mav, I did have a Jordan jersey, Ash, but again, one of them doesn't fit anymore. But if I was to get another jersey, I'd like this one. I looked at Nick's collection of his Giants jerseys, and I thought, when I get out to today, I want to go experience all of it like what Nick has done. So I did chuckle, Ryan, with you put together the promo for the show, and Nick's got his photo stood in Levi Stadium, and you've just used my Twitter profile of me sat in the front room watching the 49ers at home. So I thought, fair play to you, Nick. That's awesome, man.
In fairness, it is my Twitter profile, and I would like to add, I think it's the one of me stood on the sidelines at Levi Stadium as well. I'm pitch side for that bad boy.
That's the one, the humble brag, sideline, pitch side. Go on, Nick. I'm setting you up for you, man.
It was all sorted, I was lucky. I got ridiculously lucky. The guy who used to run 49ers Studios seen my tweet about going over for the first time, and he sent me a DM. I asked him when I was going over, and sorted me out field level pass for the pre-game against the Cardinals.
I got you. Does anybody have anything else? Have? I can hear that music, yes. I can hear me even.
It is loud, man.
I'm just over here in line trying to get me a cup.
Enjoy it.
I sent you a message earlier, Nick, saying I can't hear over Mav's music. I'm getting too old.
Yeah.
I hear you said briefly a bit. Yeah. That's everything from me. I'm sure.
It's all from me, to be honest.
You got Paul over there doing his dance now, Mav.
I'm not gonna dance.
Hey, listen, man, it's Easter, man. We all gonna enjoy this while I'm in here.
So next weekend will be a good opportunity to look at.
This is a whole nother family. That's like a whole nother family behind me.
I know. I think I brought it on the Red and Gold. We will be doing our mock drafts. I found the machine yesterday after we went off our recording yesterday, Nick. I found it. I found the right one I wanted to use. So basically, when we go live on your Thursday or Friday, we're going to gold 24/7, and your next weekend, your Saturday or Sunday, we're going to go live one of those 2 days. We'll do the mock draft for each one of us. Each one of us have a mock draft. That's my plan. That's my next weekend. I figured out probably the whole show anyway. Just followers, friends, and
that's just one of those bots, mate. Just ban them.
Right. Is that it from us tonight, then?
I think that's all from all of us now, is it?
All from me, and
You guys good? Yeah, Paul's over there freaking jamming.
Yeah, man.
I think I muted Mav, that way we can hear each other better a little bit. I muted you, Mav. I'm sorry, I muted you, bud.
I told you my setup, Ryan. I've got
if you need to say something, Mav, just unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. You need to say something. I didn't mean to do that to you, but that music's a little too loud. Sorry. My bad, dude.
I think you're right, Ryan. I think we're about at the end. I mean, all I was going to say
I got you.
is the second night of the draft, I may not be able to jump on because we have a Zoom call on the 49er Faithful UK, and I'm one of the co-hosts on there. So there will be a surprise on the second night of the draft, 49er Faithful UK related. Cannot wait to tell you guys more about it. I've been sworn to secrecy. I'm not very good at keeping a secret. Obviously, it doesn't involve me because I can't fly. I'm on crutches and the medication, but second night of the draft, man, 49er Faithful UK has got some epic that's going to happen. And Nick, if you want to know, hit me with a DM.
With DMs.
I'll keep it a secret. But I'm jamming to Mav's music, Ryan, because like you said, I've got the kids home. Looking forward to a bit of downtime. But
No problem.
It's been great to jump on and talk football with you fellas, as always.
No problem at all.
As always.
Yes, it is. So you guys are good. You're more than welcome to leave. Or you gotta talk for a couple of minutes. It's up to you. But I'm all good. We did over an hour show. I'm happy with that. Yes, I am. And I'm I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Only one thing quickly. This is just a comment to Paul. Is you talk about all these jerseys. The one jersey I want to see you in next, Paul, is a Darlington Steam jersey. That's what I want to see you in next.
Hell yeah, baby.
Darlington Steam jersey.
To be fair, that's the flag football team that I'm playing for, but I think there's some politics about whether we're going to stay at Darlington Steam or not. And obviously, I don't want to fork out for a jersey if we're going to change to a different team name or whatever. But leave it with me, Ash. I'm sure I can borrow one before I purchase one. So, like I said, I did big you boys up in the flag football group I'm in. That was on your Twitter account.
Yeah, we can hear you. We got you. We got you, Mav.
Yeah,
Sorry about that, Paul.
That's all right. All good.
Yeah.
Mav, you want to say something, bud?
Mav's just living his best life.
Which is where I will call it for tonight, lads. So I'll see you all soon, okay?
All right, bud. See you later, Ash. See you
All right.
See
you soon, man.
There, bud. Later on, guys. Later on, Matt, bud. Got you. All right. Let's see if I can do this right. You guys staying or are you good? You staying, right?
To be honest, I think I'm at the end of my day as well, in fairness.
Okay, no problem.
It's all good, man. It's been great to see you all, man. Nice to see you, Mav. Yeah. Nice to see that sun shining.
Yeah, we'll do the mock draft next weekend. Can't wait.
Yeah, that's it. We'll do the mock draft, and then we can see how they actually plan out when we watch it live together.
Oh, yes. I got you, gentlemen. Mav. All right, guys. Later.
So have a good one, guys. See you soon.
Got you. Okay. All right. Mav's about to jump off. No problem, Mav. Got you, bud. Okay. And of course, that was our show for the Faithful Empire. All right. I want to thank you all for coming on here. All right. I know it's a important weekend. So, especially the UK gentlemen. Thank you, Nick Kingsman. Thank you, Paul. The Hope. And thank you, Ash, for coming on here, guys. Thank you. And Mav, as always, brother, I'll see you. Hopefully see you tomorrow night when we go live again. And yes, we're going live tomorrow night, hopefully around 9 p.m. Eastern. And that'll be 6 p.m. Pacific time. Okay? For Red and Gold 24/7. So hopefully I get on there, do my thing real quick, and they can talk. Because I know I'll be at work. I'll be on my phone. Just so you know. I'll be on my phone. So do the best I can with my phone and go from there. If not, see you next Thursday or Friday on Red and Gold 24/7. And see you next weekend for the Faithful Empire. And of course, we'll be doing mock draft. Because the draft is coming in a couple weeks. And we will get our mock draft out of the way. All right. So basically, that was our show. And of course, I want to thank you all for joining the Faithful Empire. All right. So, and of course, a shout out before I leave, shout out to my fellas, my crew. I'm ready to go 24/7. Mav, Ron, Mike, and Drew. All right. And of course, a special shout out to Ron's new podcast. It launched last Wednesday, and now it's going to be shooting off again next Thursday. Thursday, I believe, 7 p.m. Pacific and 10 p.m. Eastern. All right. Just so you guys know. All right. And it's called, of course, if I remember correctly, That Nine of Life. That Nine of Life. Here you go. Try to say it right. Try to say that 3 times in a row. For me, it's hard. I know I started a lot, but it's all good. And of course, I'm gonna shoot off like I always do. All right, guys. We'll see you on the other side. Keep the faith. Never lose hope. Later, guys. Later.